It's a interesting word. I'm always a little bit embarrassed when people say, are you an artist? And I'll say, well, kind of, or I want to be, but apparently that's terrible. I must proclaim that I'm an artist. And really it's something that I can't help. I've always been arty as a kid and always been able to copy things or reproduce stuff. And so I guess that just comes through my life. And just the way I look at things, I'm always noticing things and being excited by stuff and wanting to paint that or draw that so other people can kind of see it as well, I suppose. Started with watercolour because I wanted to be a children's book illustrator, and I ended up doing landscapes and took part in group exhibitions and things. Generally, I like what they call representative, which is kind of realistic, but I don't like photorealistic. I like to be able to see the brushstrokes and people can kind of see that this was made by a real person. It wasn't just copied off a photo. My biggest inspiration is the outdoors, nature, creation. We're really blessed here in Nelson with such incredible landscapes, and I think a lot of it comes with having grown up in Golden Bay, which is one of the most scenically beautiful places in New Zealand. There's lots of artists that inspire me, and just recently I've come to a really good understanding of what it means to be looking at other artists. I used to think that I had to come up with original work all of my own, and originality is only undetected plagiarism. So the point being that the more artists that we look at, the more we get inspired, the more excited we get, because we consciously or unconsciously take the bits we like and they become part of what we put out. And instead of worrying about that, just realize that it's supposed to be like that. You're actually one little artist in a whole continuum from the beginning of time, and you're borrowing from those behind and you're passing forward to the yet unborn. I belong to a local church, and they set up this new pavilion, and it had really big empty windows. The church was like a lighthouse, and the boats are all people that are being guided to keep safe from the rocks. The actual original is this little watercolour that's that big, and I took it to Speedy Print and they scanned it in and vectorised it or something so they could just blow it up to any size, and it ended up looking quite good. There's actually quite a bit of resistance and fear before I get here, before I start. I tend to struggle a lot, I think, because I want my life to have purpose and I don't want to waste it, and I hate doing things that end up being futile. Do the work and don't worry about its social life. So because not all your work gets to a gallery, but when it's out there, that's kind of free, it's left home. It's really nerve-wracking, actually. It feels a little bit like putting your children out on display for people to make comments about. And all this time I'm spending in here, even though I love it, I kind of think, is it selfish and it's not really helping anybody? And so I can really go down a track of over-analysing that and getting a bit meh, but I am just learning so much. We think that it is us making the art, but actually it's the art that's making me.